Harden, welcome to Gotham City tonight. And as you can see, there's no Alice, but we thought, what's just as good as Alice? Let's get Kyle. Kyle in from Super 7. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us tonight.
Howdy, guys. Just so you know, yes, I do work at Super 7. Yes, that's my job, but not here to talk about any of that stuff today because I also happen to love DC, Batman, all affiliated characters. I'm just here as Kyle the fan.
Correct. If you want to know anything about what he does, there is a link to the 2003 Turtles that you can pre-order in the description. Mm-hmm. That's all we're going to talk about.
Thanks,
That's it.
Sir. Appreciate
We're not talking about any more of it, but I want to make sure that everyone knows that it's there so that you can see what Kyle and his team have been working so hard on, and the work is showing because they are beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate
you
that.
Are welcome.
And hopefully one day I get to do something that's a little bit more relevant to this show. You know, who knows?
That would be
cool. Yeah. Well, and I do also, I want to say, Kyle, you've done a lot of different podcasts and things this week, promoting them. I recommend people go out and listen to those. I've been listening to a bunch of them. And one thing struck me that is related to this show. You've got a pretty good Nightwing voice, I feel like.
Wait, really?
Just listening to your voice, I'm like, I think he could voice Nightwing.
Oh.
So, if you're listening to this show while you're listening, just listen to Kyle, picture Nightwing.
That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Actually, now that you said that, now I can't unhear it. That's all I hear now is Dick Grayson.
All
this
right.
is I
Kyle Wing. There we go.
Kyle, nice. Yeah. I like that. Alex, you're here too.
Yeah, I'm here just to put Kyle off for the rest of the show.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's right.
Back with Alex here.
Yeah, here at Gotham City tonight, we build Kyle up. We don't tear him down. We give him this platform to finally talk about something he likes.
The only other disclaimer I will give you is that I live very, very close to Miramar, like the air base, like Top Gun Miramar, and they like to fly over and do loops over my house. Like I'm in the danger zone, so if you hear planes, I apologize. I'll try and mute occasionally to try and get those.
No, it sounds cool.
Okay. I live downtown in a major metropolis. You're going to hear sirens. You're going to hear some guy doing deliveries with a dirt bike. You might hear my things dinging now.
Perfect.
Right? All that stuff. So that I'm with you. Don't worry about it.
When you said some guy doing, I was like, I hope that doesn't go where I think it's going to go. And it didn't. Which is great.
No. We're okay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might hear a guy OD outside. Not quite too sure. Yeah. That might be hopefully not. Hopefully not. But it's been a big week, guys. Since we went off the air last week, DC and Warner Brothers decided let's just unveil a ton of stuff. There's a bunch of leaks that happen where we will acknowledge those. We're not going to show any of the pictures, but we will acknowledge them. Just give everyone a heads up. And trailers galore. First, it was like a teaser poster. Then I was like, I wonder if we'll get the trailer in time for San Diego. Yeah, beautiful poster. And I was like, I bet you were going to get the trailer for San Diego. That's what I thought it was. That's why they released the poster to kind of like remind you. And then all of a sudden they released a video later being like, tomorrow. Just kidding.
I wonder if there will be some kind of. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if there will be some sort of like a sneak preview, like clip episode kind of thing.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it ends, like Comic-Con ends 3 days before the premiere. Like they're just gonna show the whole first episode to a Hall H or something, right? Like that's the core audience. They're captive there. Like why not?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep. I agree. And before we
you
get
heard it here first, folks.
No, here first.
Yeah. Early screening. See a pilot confirmed. Hall H
by someone who has no connection to any of this.
Yeah, this is like one of these few things I have zero connections to anybody working on any of this.
Yeah.
Like I know nobody working on Superman. I don't know anybody working on this Caped Crusader. I know DC, I think maybe that's why I get to have a show about it because I'm not like there's no way I could slip.
Yeah.
Well, get on it, Ryan.
Yeah.
Get on it. Yeah, right. I should be working on it. But before we pull up the trailer, let's say a quick howdy do to the chat. Toy Fars. Oh, come on. Catch you on the replay. Come on, dude. Be better.
You're
than
here.
All right. Yeah, Torlaxian's here. Stanley's Toy Channel. Stanley Eberhard. Johnny Cocked. Arthurian. My hero and yours. Mr. Matt Bush. Yeah. Tony Johnson. Rabbit McGavin. I love that name. Allison Troy. Wonderful researcher working with Dan Larson and Geek Dad Jay on Toy Geeks podcast. Beautiful, amazing behind the scenes work. So big shout outs to Alice Troy there.
And another great episode this week. Definitely check it out.
So good. Those guys are so good. It makes me sick. Skylar Davis is here. Video Power Gaming. Right. Matt Bush saying third night this week of Kyle for me. Geek Dad Life White Chats in Gotham City tonight.
Yeah.
Hope you can get some rest before San Diego. Guess
this
what?
week is packed, but
nope. You're Kyle. I want to get a Kyle World Tour shirt. It's just going to be all the podcasts you're going to be showing up on this week.
Better than Mario's apology tour.
That's it. But not as good as Will Smith's apology tour.
True.
Right. My boy from back home, Bionic Funk is here. Stephen Lawrence, Monsters from Beyond, Toy Geekosaurus, Quip, Tophercon is here. Thank you for being here as well. Frankie Riviera. Has that oh my gosh, both of Alice and Troy's are here. The Ryan Doell fan club never gets easy to say, but thank you for being here.
I like RDFC.
RDFC. I like it's an acronym now.
I want a shirt of that.
Yeah.
That patch for a vest.
Shado Gecko, are you going to talk Joe's? Absolutely not. Zach is here. Check out Zach's Instagram as well. It's amazing artwork. He did some beautiful fan art a couple weeks ago of Attack Peter's kaiju. It was amazing, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. Jack Knight 73, the Dreadheads, Thomas Crosby, Randall Guzik, okay, someone help me out here. Zoracious, thank you. Bacon McShig, Brandon, 3G, Jacob Walsh explains Superman Jimmy. He's a man from Krypton. That's it.
Who happens to be super at everything he does.
Yeah, he's the adopted son of Krypton. Yeah. Or right? Is that how that
adopted son of Earth?
Adopted son of Earth from Krypton.
From Krypton. Yeah.
Foreign
exchange program.
Oh, there we go. Look at this. You can just call me X.
Easy.
Solid.
Ooh,
we're going
mysterious.
We're going to. I like that. We need a little bit of mysterious. Speaking of mysterious, let's talk a little bit about some Batman.
Hell yeah.
Right? I think this is nope, that's not the one. Nope. I think we'll stick with that one. Okay. I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. God, I'm just as bad as Kevin from Toying Around. I don't know if anyone watched Boba Squadron from last night. Everybody was big at some point. Well, I'm not going to play sound because I don't want to get in any trouble.
I'm going to be on with them tomorrow too. I'll make sure to tell him all of that.
Yeah, well, please. Oh, he knows. He knows.
He knows.
But yeah, there's this trailer. Everyone, okay, we've all watched it.
Yes. Twice at least.
Twice. Yeah, I watched it 3 times this morning because I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is happening? Is this who I think it is? Who the hell is that?
Yeah.
And goddamn, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think those all came to my mind. It was kind of like, well, if Mondo's doing X-Men 97 Cyclops, then surely we're going to get Batman, a Caped Crusader Batman.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
It's a great Batman design. I'll just say right out the gate, like the classics, Detective Comics, Batman
40s,
looks great.
And everything looks and feels 40s, like right from the get-go.
It does.
The radio guy who's Batman, he's here. He's in Gotham City.
There was a saying that would pop up when I did the rewatch of animated series last year, which was basically like anytime a Tommy gun shows up, it's a good episode. And this trailer is filled with Tommy guns.
Yeah. And I love that they were able, like this, I think maybe because it is going straight to streaming again, it's kind of like the rules are kind of loosey goosey. So I feel like this already looks a little more violent. Yeah. Even though Batman the Animated Series also starts off, even just in the opening, with explosions and guns.
Yeah, I think they in interviews the cast and crew have said that this is a little darker, but not too. That they haven't gone off the deep end, but it's definitely like more mature leaning than
I
the
mean,
cartoon.
look at the guy on screen.
Yeah, right. And this is Clayface apparently.
This is Clayface. Okay,
he looks like
Scarecrow. Is this Dr. Destiny?
Jonah Hex? Like he's kind of a mixture of all those.
Okay, that's cool.
And he's got, and that makes sense now that you say that, because he's got kind of a Phantom of the Opera look to him as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and there's like a shot later on where he and Batman are swashbuckling in kind of like a Douglas Fairbanks.
That's
style
who that
set.
is. I thought it was. I was like, oh man, they're gonna have Raish in here too. Like, that's the only person he ever sword fights, right?
Or the Crusader for the deep cut.
Right?
Or Azrael. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few guys, I guess.
I guess he sword fights more than one person.
Right. This.
Yeah. Okay. So, folks, can we go back to that real quick? That was my one critique on looking at this. Is like, I understand like it's modern age. It's digital is the way to go, especially with production timelines and how everything is. Like, but having watched the animated series, like seeing this and then seeing like the digital fire like on top of it and stuff, it's just like, man, can we just like go back to like animated series where it's like you paint it black, you airbrush it, and then you animate all the fire? Like, I don't know, like that would probably be my only complaint, is that like, I don't know, knowing what I know like about that kind of stuff, it's like just increase the budget a little bit more for stuff like that. That's my one kind of caveat.
I definitely agree.
Yeah,
I mean, you can see here it's like kind of the transparent flames, like sort of replicated. But
it's I get it, and it's effective, it works. But like, again, just having rewatched all of animated series and like studying that and like how everything, every frame is a painting. It's just like, oh, come on, guys, just a little bit more,
Yeah,
but
I think that's where again, I think it's just going to happen on this show. Yeah. We're not going to be able to deny it. We're going to end up comparing a lot of stuff to X-Men 97. And I think that's the one thing that I loved about X-Men 97 is the effects team. They were still doing all 2D effects. There was like, even though it is still all done digitally, everything is still like, you can go look up any of the artists on Instagram. Chris Graff was one of them. He's the effects soup on there. They will show the breakdowns and all that. They're starting to do that. Now that the show's out, you're seeing all the layout artists be like, look at these environments, look at this, look at this, look at this. So now the effects team is doing it too. And just beautiful work. Right. Because I'm glad they didn't do like an overlay thing that just looks like this looks like an overlay. It's missing the line work.
Yeah, it is missing the line work. I think that's where I'm struggling with it.
Right. And the what's that? Like there's there's like the shading. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But there's
there's cell shading.
But there's design to it. When you have to put the line work in, like it's designed. There's graphic to it, like positive, negative, space, shape theory, like all that. And this is just like I don't like talking bad about it, but it's just like I was trying to figure out like, this looks amazing. Like, I was so excited, but I was like, but there's something off. And what was it? And just looking at this since we paused it, I was like, okay, I figured it out. Like in that instant.
It's
I shouldn't like talk this out on like a platform, especially like yours. But this is like my therapy of like, oh man, what am I struggling with?
No, it's totally cool. And it's not like this looks awful. I just want to make that clear.
No. This is way better than what I could do for sure.
Right. So I'm just like, we're not like completely talking shit about it, but we do need to like, this is what we do. Why have an internet? Why have a YouTube channel if you're not going to, pick things apart a little bit? Again, I'm assuming this is Firefly.
Yeah.
Again, I love this. These old black and white TVs, and it does remind the tube.
Yeah. Tube TVs. Good. Yeah.
And this is a bookworm, probably.
I think so.
Like another great.
There you go.
These are so good. Like just these. I'm assuming that might be Bullock
in the next race.
In the 100%.
Is that Gordon to the
that
right?
is Gordon, and I have a thing. I'm wondering. This is my thing. When I first saw this Gordon, I was like, he already kind of looks like the Gordon from the Matt Reeves, the Batman.
Yeah.
So it had me wondering: is this the Batman animated series equivalent to what the original Batman animated series was to like Batman Returns.
Sure,
Maybe.
maybe
I'm
there's
stretching
something
it.
to that.
But
maybe
also at the same time, we'll get to Alfred in a second.
Yeah.
Then that completely throws it out the window.
And Matt Reeves is involved, so
he is, yes. But again, I love these police, like just the designs.
I like my police to be like in the copper uniform, like the hat and like the buttons and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of Boardwalk Empire lately because my girlfriend never watched it, and so like this is like hell yeah, it's just like 10 years from now from Boardwalk Empire you get this. This is pretty.
And this also has a real like Fleischer Superman vibe too,
which I'm also watching right now, so I'm pumped about that. So
but these policemen look like they're gonna like, because they don't have radios, they just look at the ones that are gonna like park to the nearest like totem pole.
Oh,
I'm like totem pole, not a totem pole. What is that called?
Telephone pole.
Yes.
Telephone booth.
I'm still not following.
Well, they would have those police boxes that they would like unlock and then, like, call through, right? Like that's what. Well, again, this is all the aesthetic for it, right? I have no idea who the woman is talking.
I think somebody in the chat had thought that maybe it was Montoya, which I'll agree with until we watch it and they.
I wonder if Montoya is the woman that we see later on in the trailer.
Maybe
she's like firing a gun at one point.
Yeah.
Right. It's Andrew. Andrew's Gatey's Toys. Oh, thank you for being here as well. Right. Justin, thank you for being here. Justin Mohan. The show looks good. JJ Abrams said that he learned a lot from his mistakes with Star Wars, and I think it shows. That's really out of nowhere. Thank you. That was really just. Oh man. Hang on. Gates Boy. Speaking of Fleischer, are we talking superpowers? Not tonight, but they are on for pre-order. So that latest wave again, folks, with the Blue Beetle.
Those look really fun.
Or not Blue Beetle. Booster Gold.
Guy
Gardner, Metamorpho, Black Mana. Those are all on for pre-order.
We've talked about them.
We've talked about them.
We've said our piece.
The pre-order dropped today, and I hope everyone got them because they were selling out like NECA Ninja Turtles today.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
Good on everybody. Right?
Man.
This is
like I thought maybe this was Montoya.
Right.
Just a thought. Red hair, similar skin tone to Jim. Maybe this is Barbara.
Good point.
McKenna Grace. Do we think McKenna Grace is who she would be voicing?
Maybe.
All
speculation, everybody.
All speculation. We know nothing.
And that does look like Montoya. So I changed my my theory.
Theory change.
Okay. So remember when I was talking about the effects and all that stuff? Like I feel a little bit bad because like look at this shot. There's the lighting and how it's I don't know. All that's just fantastic.
This is beautiful.
Back there behind the truck. That's the kind of shadow play I want in my Batman backgrounds. So.
Yeah. Well, and look at how it's like how the folds on their trench coats are sculpted out. Like it's just this feels
Shape
like
design,
the old cartoon. Yeah, it's shaping them right.
Yeah. It really does this. But you because we just brought up Fleischer Superman. Just 5 minutes ago, not even.
Yeah.
Does this also make you want a Superman cartoon to go inside with this?
Well, my adventures with Superman. What is that? Chopped liver, Ryan? All of a sudden?
No, but see, that is so good. But I'm saying if they won't do it, because I know Warner Brothers has they used to have this weird rule where it was like, if you're doing Justice League Unlimited, you can't have Nightwing be on that because it'll confuse people watching Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Right,
Superman has to show up in this show, in this world at some point, and then get his own spinoff, just like before.
Right, but you know who I think should get? So I think it's if they can't do Superman because they're like, well, we already got a Superman cartoon out, we're not going to do 2. Get Wonder Woman in here.
Yeah,
let's get
Wonder Woman or some other
Green
person.
Arrow.
Green Arrow. I was just thinking Green Arrow. Give me give me a longbow out of this,
Yeah.
Black Canary should show up.
Yeah.
Oh
Here,
yes,
like-
Yeah,
Wildcat.
the JSA.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah,
we'll see how like crazy, because it does seem like they want to keep it more grounded to
Sounds like
like
they really
you
want to
know
focus it on Batman.
realism and stuff, and yeah, maybe like the idea of a guy who can fly isn't really the world, but
Yeah,
Oh, Bacon McShig's got a good
but a
one.
guy
here.
who dresses up in a cat costume,
Yeah.
Wildcat,
Yeah.
would be perfect.
Wildcat. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question.
Oh, I swear I thought I saw a question in here, but maybe I'm thinking of
well, another character that kind of looks like the question is in here that I was really
Yeah.
excited to see.
Right. There's See, I love this.
Tana would be cool. Yeah,
Tana would be cool. I love it. I love it. See, this is great too.
yeah, all of that.
And
The
these guys
fog-
look like mugs from their previous series.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
do. All those like thugs in animated series had such like character to their faces. It's like they had like almost like caricature artists design the bad dudes.
Yeah.
Whereas
I think
all the Bruce Waynes and stuff have very symmetrical faces. It's like you could tell a dude was ugly or like was like a bad guy because he was super ugly,
Yeah.
or like more shape to his face. So
My favorite goons in Batman animated series were the ventriloquists goons.
Oh yeah, Rhino and Muggsy.
Muggsy. Like, because they looked like guys that would hang out with Scarface and take orders from a puppet. Like, it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
not all up there for sure.
Could this also be Montoya? Is every woman we see, we're gonna ask if they're Montoya.
And is that Jack Ryder in the front?
dude?
It could be Jack
Actually,
Ryder. That's not a
in
bad
the
idea.
center here, that's not a bad shout.
I thought
It could
that
be
sort of looked like Dent to me.
Dent here,
Yeah,
Ryder
Ryder
here.
up in the
We'll
front.
see, Dent.
Some guy. I don't know.
Did you see who's playing? Hang on, we'll get to it.
Harvey Dent.
I mean,
Yeah,
I did see that, and I'm beyond pumped for that.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
So am I.
Cool Batmobile. Love this
I,
design.
I love that it's just like an experimental Buick. It's-
Yeah. I like it. Man, Bruce Timm has never steered me wrong.
Oh,
Batmobile.
good pun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was for you, Alex. That was-
Solid.
Yeah, I have to learn how to keep up with Alex because his pun game
Oh,
is
yeah?
like
Okay,
next level.
It's my first
right?
time.
It's
Even
like-
though-
I'm no Craig Goldberg.
It's like Brian Brink, master of the charts. They should get Sweeney. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Sydney Sweeney to voice Black Canary. Yeah, she should play
she
the
should
live
just
action.
play her. Yes. Exactly.
Actually, well, no, she should play Power Girl. Is who she should play.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Again, just the car.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that he's driving the Batmobile. That just looks like a truck to me. It's really roomy in there. The Batmobile is usually like really sleek and squished.
Pretty
and stuff.
compact. But
Yeah.
either way, I hope it's a 2-seat. Well, it looks like a 2-seater.
It's
That's very
always a
important to me, by the way.
Yeah.
That's for anyone who does, anyone who has never paid attention to me complain about
Yeah.
the cars when they come out from McFarlane. It's always like, or any 89 Batmobile. It's like, where's the second seat? Why is it a 1-seater? If he's
Yeah.
sitting in the middle, then he's got that bar in front of him. How's he like? Anyways,
Where's
I
Vicky
digest.
Vale gonna sit?
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Thrust.
Oh,
Yeah, I love the
Rust.
analog
Yeah.
nature
Oh,
of
I
all of
can't
the
even-
gadgets. It's super cool.
Let's see if I can pause this. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah.
Shoot.
It looks like a radio in the
Shoot.
front, top.
Yep.
Smoke
love
shoot.
the
So all stuff
dials.
that comes out the back. Yeah.
You know, it's like
This-
a loud Batmobile. You know, you just can like hear the like engine and the wind
Yeah.
outside.
Is it
There's no
But also
perks.
is this a different shot? Because look at the odometer. It looks like he's starting from 0 and he's just blasting off.
Oh, you're an
Damn.
eagle-eyed trailer viewer.
Looks like we've got ourselves
Well,
a mechanic in the room.
If Cole keeps pausing it, it makes it way easier.
What are you, a motorist?
I didn't
Yeah.
catch it on the third time I watched this.
Hey, my name's Kyle. I drive.
I have a car. Do you?
Do you? Yeah, that's well. You're in California, right? What kind of car do you drive, Kyle?
Mazda.
There you go. There you go.
Batmobile. There you go.
Batmobile.
There you go. It's not a
Again-
Batman show without a SWAT intervention.
Yeah. I love this though. Boof.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Are those period accurate goggles that they're wearing?
I think they are.
Well, I think Batman has all the gadgets and stuff. I think there's always like a little bit
Bruce
of like
Wayne is like...
retro futurism to Batman stuff, where it's like it's old, but there's stuff that's like from today. You're like not 100% sure what year.
Yeah, we still won't see iPhones, but they might have goggles from 1950 instead of 1930.
Wait till we get to the Batcave in this one, which I loved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Battle of Yavin Batcave.
I'm starting to second guess this woman. I think she might be the mayor.
You think so?
A mayor?
Okay.
Seeing this much action? No. I was being like, this is like a...
Based on one shot, he's like, it's not Barbara. It has to be the mayor.
Yeah. I'm all over the place. There's like, I think this is a Falcone. I think this
Oh my God.
Right? This is great too.
And is this guy the Joker?
Look at that. No, he's a bad guy though. Look at that nose.
That's what Alex is looking at.
Yep.
Is he gonna be the Joker? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe, but I do love that it's not the Batarang, it's the rope, and he pulls it. Like that's a kind of golden age.
And I like that they're fighting in the suburbs.
Yep, shadow plant. Yeah, that's true. He doesn't. There's not much of the suburbs in. There is an animated series, Batman in My Basement, right?
Maybe.
And the one with the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man, and then
that's a great one. See No Evil.
See No Evil. I love See No Evil. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's it. But Batman in My Basement is another one in the suburbs, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is this okay? Maybe this is the mayor. I'm just gonna keep guessing.
I think that guy's got mayor vibes.
Yeah,
but he also has like Falcone vibes, or like Rupert Thorne vibes,
or corrupt tycoon. I feel like we're gonna see some corrupt tycoons in this series.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the Tommy guns come in, right? Is the corrupt tycoons employ the Tommy gun guys?
Yeah. I get kind of Batman Year One vibes from this a little bit.
Yes, very much so. Big Batman Year One.
Like we're gonna hear that speech where he's like, "You've all dined well."
I hope we do.
You know what? I think that's that suburb thing. Because isn't it like at some dude's house when he does that? Like
he does
speech. Yeah. This has to be Wayne Manor, right? It's got like
has to be
the bat ears in the
front.
Well,
it's raining.
Yeah, it's always raining. It's in the middle of a forest.
Right? Like it's this has to be it's the Gothic architecture. Again, I think the worst headquarter design has to be the last two Dark Knight movies where he's just in the apartment.
Yeah.
I understand that they burnt down Wayne Manor and all that stuff.
Right.
But to think that he wouldn't rebuild a whole mansion.
That we didn't get a mansion back by the third movie just has me still. Anyways.
And it needs to be stately.
Yeah. Am I also overthinking it? Or do those windows on the stage right side sort of look like a W for Wayne?
Wait, these ones here?
Yeah, those right there. Overthinking it?
Overthinking it. It's a W.
Yeah, it's a W.
See?
And here we go. This is
look at that. The Tesla
early
coils.
days, right?
Oh my God.
I love this because you get kind of like this could be the Bat computer over here, but he's got his microscope.
Yeah.
I love the desk where he writes.
Look at the steps back there too. So it's placed.
Beautiful. Yeah. Just
and,
all the
and
books.
The giant lucite map of Gotham.
That's what I'm saying. Battle of Yavin, Batcave.
The food cart with the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Could be coffee in there, but it's Alfred, so I'm gonna assume
a desk is looking pretty presidential.
This desk reminds me of the 1940s serials when they would do their opening. Yeah. And it would be Batman sitting there at that desk. That's what that reminded me of.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that he's got all these like filing cabinets, which at this like, what are you already holding? And like, what information do you have?
Files, that
it's just him studying like everything about Gotham, right?
Right. That's what it could be too, right? Like these could be just old maps. These could be blueprints.
I like to think that he has like just a physical copy, like in the absence of like a digital filing system that he could access. Like, if it was now, like my thought is that he somehow copies every single document in like City Hall records or whatever, just so he doesn't like, I don't know. So he just is always aware and whatnot.
Right.
He probably could get all that stuff because he's a business developer and like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like.
Do you think Alfred's like doing it all by hand?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You
But he's got
kinda
these
have
two
to.
big electric conduits as well, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Mhm.
Experiments. It's almost like in the origin where it's like it's showing him like doing lab work and
Yeah.
training his body. It's like
Mhm.
only what you get in those few panels.
Again, year one for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but it also looks mad science-y. Like it's fun. Like this is
Fleischer. Yeah, it's like the
Fleischer,
Fleischer
yeah.
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I love that he just has like the one chair on wheels that he just zoomies over
Yeah.
to go look over her.
Yeah.
And it's like
and now that we've sat here long enough looking at this, like again, these are the backgrounds that I want. Like this is beautiful. This is clearly painted.
Same here.
Yeah,
And
it paints
so
really
good. Yeah.
I like just how clean it is.
Yep.
Like this Batcave, just like I know. Hang on, Andrew's Gatey's Toys brought up the like needs a coin, a dino, some dead kids.
He hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
But he hasn't gotten there yet.
Season 4, we'll get it.
This is what happens to us before we start toy collecting.
Yeah,
This is what
This
our
is what it
place
looks like when
like.
we move in. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and then we start toy collecting, and then we get all this like, here's a freaking wall of Batmobiles. Like it's just,
Eventually it's gonna be like, should I get some Gray Ghost memorabilia?
Yeah.
I love
that
that.
would look good over here.
That was one of my favorite parts of the episode where he's like, I loved Gray Ghost, buys all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's just, I'm like, you're one of, like, you could tell Paul Dini wrote that.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Because he collects toys. He collected old toys. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh
good.
boy, do they eat money.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, here's what would we call this? Like it would be fiber optic map.
It's the
You
giant lucite map of Gotham.
But it looks like it lights up, or am I just dreaming that?
No, I think it's just supposed to be clear, and it's like drawn in like highlighter marker or something.
It's a great. It's prominent in the Batman 66 show.
You're right.
So it's got to be a nod to that.
Yeah,
you're right. What do you think of this young Alfred design?
I like it.
I dig it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the first Alfred that is like not skinny old man, so at least they're trying something new.
Yeah, and I like that it makes this Batman seem younger.
Yes,
because this Alfred is not like ready to go.
Oh yeah,
only Alfred without gray hair since whatever.
Ever, yeah. Like even like I know Darth Theory here's not meaning to body shame, but it's just like Alfred's a bit thicker than usual, and I dig this.
There's something charming about it because Alfred nowadays he's like depicted as like a badass like field medic who's like a genius, like he's practically Batman himself, at this point. But like I like this more sort of like Tintin-esque,
a little more adventure to it.
Yeah, it feels more of the era. Like
I don't know.
I could see this one working for the Queen. Do you know what I like?
Sure. Yeah. Like true, like aristocrat. Like you
could
like
gentleman.
Him being in like the Secret Service, like the MI6 or whatever, never really sat well with me because like part of what I think is so successful about Alfred's character is like he is like an aristocrat. He was like a servant. He like really loved this family, and ultimately like he loves Bruce, and like that's what makes him a successful partner, and like why he like is so good and like such a great father to Bruce is because like he doesn't have all that amazing training. But what keeps him going is how much he loves Bruce and you know, by the Bat family by default. So like him having like gun training or whatever, like I guess like that's not that interesting to me. It's like what's interesting to me is like I love this person so much that I'm going to risk my life and help them do the thing that they are setting out to do.
Yeah.
So
agreed. Yeah. And Bacon McShig has a good point here too. Kind of a Watson vibe.
Yeah.
Not a bad take.
I
like that too. I totally dig that.
Because with no other allies, like he's sort of the only character that we can see from this trailer that Batman has anything to bounce off of.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Look at that.
That bodies.
I love me Batman with a flashlight. I don't know what it is.
Well, I just like the dead body in the foreground.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like casually like walkie-talkie.
Yep.
Yeah, so good.
And again, he's just like under a house. Like this could be in the suburbs too. Like
this is where Walter White was storing all his money. Yeah.
yeah.
I love this the bug crawling on the eye.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That of the era.
Yes,
for sure.
Mm.
I dig this stuff so much.
Yeah.
It's like, man, bring some of this old stuff back. We don't need iPhones. We should put some work into
Give
things.
us microfiche.
Yeah. Alex, we got to figure out a way to somehow do episodes that make it look old timey.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. When we start doing reviews of this show, we should get like old timey looking mics.
Yeah.
Or at least just put like cellophane on the like lens of our computers. And,
yeah.
And
we'll talk a little more nasal.
There you go. Nasal.
Hello, Doell.
Yeah.
You get the microphones that are like this up here. Right?
Yeah. Well, you got to make sure it's like if you do it the nasal, you got to make sure you don't go too Terrence and Phillip.
True. The fine line.
Yeah. And then more like calling a baseball game in 1933.
Yeah. A little more Abbott Costello.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Again, here's that.
Okay. Doing science.
That looks like Clayface's kerchief.
His little look at you, Eagle Eye.
Talk about detectives. Can't get one by me. Yeah?
That's right. There she is.
There she is, Christina Ricci.
Yeah, perfect Catwoman casting.
I love awesome. I love that they went with that's the first appearance costume, right? The purple.
That is the first appearance costume. Yep. I think that they're going to do that with everybody in a sense. Like except for like maybe Clayface, because he didn't come into like what, the 70s, 80s,
50s, maybe
50.
Yeah, because he's like
maybe
we don't
need to go old timey. Maybe we should just keep Google.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't get to hear Christina Ricci in this trailer, but like I can't wait. That's awesome.
This is
and
there he is.
Other great voice casting.
Cannot wait for this. When I saw this, I think this was the thing that I became the most excited about in terms of voice casting. Was
Diedrich Bader,
Harvey Dent. Amazing.
Yeah, I love that they're keeping him in that Batman family still, because he did a great job as Batman in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, oh man, so good. I love his voice. I love everything he does. He's amazing in Veep, in Office Space, like everything.
Yeah. He's
such an iconic voice too. So, and I think he does have the range to do like, Big Bad Harvey Dent, if that's what they want to try and do with it.
Well, it's interesting. So Bruce Timm did like an interview. I think it was with Variety.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that like for Harvey Dent, it's sort of going to be the reverse, where he's a corrupt DA to begin with.
Oh.
And when he gets disfigured, that sort of makes him change his ways, like not necessarily for good, but he just he understands what the downtrodden experience. Like he's a corrupt DA, sort of like helping out the like elites of Gotham, like stay immune from the law, and then becoming Two-Face sort of makes him more of a vigilante against those people. So sounds cool.
Two-Face is probably my favorite Batman villain. Well, so like, give me more Two-Faces, give me more takes on Two-Face. Like, I'm now even more excited. That's really, really cool.
He kind of looks like Michael Keaton in this picture.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it's the eyebrows. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and that smile, the hair, right? Like I see it.
Yeah.
And obviously a Citizen Kane reference.
Yeah, of course.
And handsome. He has to be handsome.
Yeah.
They did it. Okay.
Hey, black and yellow. Okay.
Speaking of
all those black and gold Harley Quinns that everybody was like, well, I don't need to recolor this. Like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. I love this design.
It's great.
I love it. I like the colors. I like just again, because it looks like from the time that everything else is from.
Yeah.
Right, with that clown makeup
creepy.
with the rosy cheeks.
It's super
very
creepy. I just noticed like the white eyes inside the gray like slits of the mask. Like that's extra cool. I also wonder, there's a notable absence of Joker in this trailer, which I feel like some executive would be like, put the Joker in it if he's in the thing. Like I wonder if she's like gonna be just sort of like really her own thing. Like, what is she without him? What is that?
What
For
if it's
sure.
the other way around?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Right? Like, what if they do another backwards thing? Like, it's just,
Mhm.
you know, she kind of like, maybe he's like already in Arkham for something else, and he falls in love with her, and he wants
Yeah.
to be the clown.
He's that thug with the nose that Alex was making fun of earlier.
That's right.
yeah, right. But for this, yeah, I wonder if for this it's like you won't know who. I mean, I guess they kind of did that with that Gotham show, but like you won't
Yeah.
know like where the Joker's gonna come from. Like,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I did also in the article they mentioned that that Harley Quinn is also kind of reversed, where she is like she's a more of a lighthearted therapist as Harleen Quinzel, and then
Mhm.
Harley Quinn alter ego is like more of a serious,
Yeah.
dark Avenger type character. And it's
That's
there's a
cool.
cool like the concept is cool too, because it's like she's uh a therapist to all of these like, you know, super wealthy scumbags in Gotham who like tell her all of their like horrible secrets, and because of like doctor patient confidentiality, like, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
she doesn't act on it, but then at night as Harley Quinn she makes them pay for what they've done.
Yeah.
And you know,
That's cool.
that's a
I'm
interesting
noticing
concept.
a trend of
Yeah,
Eat the
maybe
Rich
it's a little
from this
similar.
one. So
They're all
I'm
kind of
into
like,
it.
you know, Batman, just like tip to a different
Well,
degree, you know.
I mean, that's the best, like the best villains, hold up a mirror to Batman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
And I love the voice performance at this
yeah,
point in the trailer. Like
the line at this point in the trailer is so good.
yeah, and just the actress's voice. It just like I know I know that Andrea Romano is like retired and probably wasn't involved in this, but it has that kind of like quality that like her, you know, the people she would cast and work with like have to their voice, where it's just like there's character there, it's interesting, and that's just from hearing one line. Like,
Yeah. How many
yeah,
episodes are we getting? Do we know? 10?
probably 10.
Okay.
Hang on.
Or I guess Amazon, it's typically 8 episode runs
Oh, bummer.
of animation. Is that correct?
Give
I'm going
us
off
10.
Invincible and like Critical Role, that kind of stuff.
Hang on, I'm just doing a quick look to see if anything shows up.
Just says you get what you get.
Yep, you said. I think so. I think it is. You get what you get. We don't know. I don't know. No one seems to know.
Okay.
If anyone knows in the chat's been pretty good at getting us our answers. Did you see the thing? Clayface debuted in 1940. Like, we were all off.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah. But
like,
I think
the year after Batman.
Like,
I think the monstrous like Matt Hagen version is 50s.
Is Matt Hagen the first like big scary Clayface guy?
Basil Carlo, I think, was the first.
I thought it was Ben. Okay.
Right.
This is what I thought was the question, but I don't think that's it.
This is onomatopoeia, I believe.
Yes.
Is it really?
Oh
my gosh.
Kevin Smith creation.
Because he says
really
bang.
Cool. You're right. He does say bang. Unless it's some other new character called Bullseye or something, because he's got a target on his face.
Called Bullseye.
I do think it is onomatopoeia. If it's onomatopoeia, that'd be awesome.
And Kevin Smith must be like on cloud nine.
Where is our third book, Kevin?
Yeah.
Finish it out.
Maybe this will convince him.
It took us like he's got a few books. I think he's got some for Marvel he needs to finish too.
And is Daredevil not finished too?
Daredevil's not finished. I don't think he finished Spider-Man. I don't think he finished I think the only one he finished was Green Arrow. Way to go.
All right. Well, that's all good and well, but give us the Batman book, man. Come on.
Yeah, like what are you doing anyways? You're not doing anything, Kevin. Yeah. Like I just keep saying Kevin like so condescendingly. God, I gotta
You're in the industry. That's what everyone calls it, right?
That's
Kev.
like Kevin. Hey, Kev. But this is a great design. This is beautiful. I hope this is a big black trench coat. This is great.
Yeah.
I tip my fedora to this man.
I hope there's other punctuation marks inside the jacket.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
We got some kind of cannon out of a boat. I think that's just proper editing. I don't think he's actually shooting the bank or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I don't think so either.
I hope Penguin has the deadly yacht with the cannon.
Yeah. That looks like a penguin car to me. Look at the bird.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good
Good eye.
nice. Good eye. Beautiful cars, by the way, again in this show.
Yeah, make all cars look like.
Oh, and there is that penguin.
He's got a top hat. That very
Yeah.
well could be penguin. He's a little bit
A little beefy.
no,
Looks
he's a little
chiseled.
too proportional to be a penguin. I think it's that guy. I think it's just some guy.
Yeah, just some guy.
Oh,
But then,
Montoya.
I mean,
So this is what makes me
that's the
think it's
mayor-
not the mayor, right?
Yeah.
A little too action-packed for the mayor.
Heaven forbid they create anybody new to the mythos.
Well, I think no, absolutely not. We're good. I think that they're if it's gonna be Barbara, I think it'll be sort of like Lego Batman, where she's like a cop or whatever, just like her dad.
Yeah,
Well, she is wearing purple and yellow.
Yep.
Which are Batgirl
So could this be a
colors.
future Batwoman then? Is
With
that
red
what we're-
hair. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Batwoman?
No, I feel it.
Thank you. That's two out of 3.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna just say she's gonna become Batwoman. She's gonna marry. Maybe she's wearing purple. Maybe this is Huntress.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm just gonna
I
keep
mean, they're
throwing
clearly
names out of
trying to
women.
mix it up, you know.
Look at this other bad guy. Messed up face.
Right.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's.
So you had talked about how Two-Face in this one is going to be flipped, like he's bad, but then he like becomes visual. Like scarring's on the wrong side of his face.
Right.
correct.
Right?
Yep.
That's like a visual nod that this is not the Two-Face you normally know,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
that's cool.
I do like the fact that it's also skin color and it looks rough.
Looks really gross. Yeah.
Like when they have it like it's the purple or the teal, it gives it.
How
that
dare you?
cartoonish look.
How dare you insult the blue?
I'm not insulting the blue. I love the blue. That's why I gave that Leonardo yesterday. All of that blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you keep it skin color like this, like even Dark Knight, because it was that fleshy, it kind of gave up that still kind of like purpley, like a more Skeletor version of.
Yeah,
Sure.
this has a
Batman
little more
Forever,
realism to it. It's
Like-
it kind of looks like Boris Karloff Frankenstein makeup.
Big mummy
so,
vibes on this
so it's
one,
even
for
using
sure.
the mummy. Yeah, it's even kind of giving it that like 40s era prosthetic makeup effect look.
Nice. That's a good call. Okay.
Okay, that looks like Clayface, right? Because
Yeah.
that's somebody's fist.
Yeah,
That's somebody's
like-
fist squished in to some clay. Because at first I was like, Hugo Strange, and then he lifts his face, and I'm like, no.
But maybe he's posing as Hugo Strange.
He could
That's
be.
cool. That's a good way to get more, Easter eggs in there.
And there's
There's Clayface there.
There's a little bit of like Invisible Man, Dark Man to the Clayface design here too, which is cool.
Who's he? Is he like welding somebody together?
Somebody's getting zapped, I think. Would be my guess.
Pengers.
Penguin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Penguin.
I think that might be a fake out. Who knows?
Oh,
There's the beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful car.
I like that it's not like overtly like, get it, I like bats. It's just like a black
yeah.
car, sort of like the Matt Reeves Batmobile is. You know?
Yep.
It's
Agreed.
it has that kind of serial, like because in the serials they just drove
It's just a
around
black
in
Buick
a
or
car.
whatever,
Yeah.
But it can like color changes like halfway through, right? So
Oh.
in the serials, it's like white, and then it's like, oh, I'm Batman now, and it like color
Yeah.
changes into black.
You show me this, and I would have been like, "This is just Batman animated series."
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Wouldn't
sure.
have known.
We're home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, good shot there.
Good.
Okay, all right. I feel like I'm gonna struggle with the Firefly episode with all this.
Yeah.
Because
You know
like
what?
this fire and
Yeah,
stuff
look
here,
at
whatever's
this.
happened here looks super cool.
This looks great.
That's
This looks
probably
so
like
cool.
budget and when they're
Yeah.
doing what episode and
Yeah,
you know.
for
And
Do we still
that's-
think this one's Clayface?
I don't.
I
Think so.
thought so because the eyes kind of look similar, but it looks like it's a full face covering that's getting burned off as opposed to just the like.
I don't know.
We'll
What
have
if
to
what if
wait
that's
and
what
see.
onomatopoeia looks like underneath there?
That's true.
Oh, and
what's
this is
going
the
on
weirdest
here?
part.
Yeah.
Okay, Scarecrow.
Outfit. Scarecrow, yeah, maybe.
Are we getting some?
I wonder if there's so like one of the things that Bruce Timm he like alluded to like they wouldn't let them do any occult stuff in the previous series, I guess, because of like Fox and
Right.
like Satanic Panic and
Kids
whatever.
and- yeah.
They there's like a Nocturna character design like
Mhm.
done that, you know, but
Oh,
they're
cool.
like no vampires, nothing. So I wonder
Nice.
if we might see some.
Well, okay, no, that's I don't know if I believe that. Like, think about that like mummy thing that he fights in the Ra's al Ghul like trilogy and animated series. Like, what the
There
heck
was-
was that? It's like he fights like a
on.
full on lich in like the
Yeah.
pyramids. With
Well, that's a
Ra's al
good
Ghul.
point. This was
You got to remember though, this is like TV censors, and they don't know the difference between anything.
Yeah,
I know that vampires were definitely off
but
limits.
werewolf is totally cool.
I think it
Werewolves are
depends
fine.
on like the satanic quality of it.
I
yeah.
understand like
Satanic
no
quality.
Etrigan the demon, like that's a bummer.
Oh,
but I get it.
yeah, but they had him, and they had who's the devil kid? That spooky kid with the
Yeah,
cat.
no, Clarion, the witch boy.
Clarion.
Yeah,
the
Clarion
witch,
the witch boy,
the witch boy. Nothing satanic about that. Don't worry.
with his devil like callus.
Oh,
Yo, knuckle dusters on Catwoman. That's
Oh,
ow,
damn.
and they're
oh,
electric, too.
electrified.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, this too.
Yeah.
I like
Tommy
them.
guns.
Tommy guns shooting like what? It looked like they're shooting at the Batmobile while the cops are chasing the Batmobile. This is what it's all about. Two-Face.
And then the Lego Batman logo.
Yeah.
And the Lego Batman.
It reminds me of the Telltale Batman as well.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
August 1st.
But yeah, August 1st on Prime, not on HBO. Just Max.
I'm sure there's some kind of crazy deal that led it to being on Prime versus Max or whatever. But
yeah, well, because Max like released it and Amazon scooped it up. But it was when Max was canceling a bunch of their animated programs. I mean, I wonder too if it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, I wonder how that like impacted the show in terms of like, you know, budget. I mean, animated shows are like crazy to pull together. So that might account for some of the like, you know, digital aspects.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I would like to think that it was like mostly done at that point for them to like, cut it off, but who knows?
I think it was more that they were in pre-production, so I don't think they'd actually gone to animation when it switched to Amazon. But who knows? They never really like are clear about that stuff.
Yeah, if only Doell knew somebody.
I don't know anybody.
What we're leaning on you for, man.
I only know people at Disney and Sony, I guess. This is I know. God, the worst ones out of all of them.
You mean the best?
I mean the best.
All in all, you know, I had my minor complaints, but I'm very excited for this one. Yeah. You know, you don't get a whole lot of like opportunities to just let Bruce Timm do whatever he wants to do anymore. I feel like
true.
So, you know, this should be celebrated, and I'm sure it will be. So I'm gonna try and be at that Hall H first episode premiere.
Yeah. I am a little bit bummed that we're not getting Kenner style figures out of this. A little bummed.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see a legacy line of those to go with your Batman animated series. Like it would just be let's die.
Well, you know, maybe Toy Otter will help out. Or, you know, I know a sculptor in this exact stream right now.
Yeah. All right, so we've got a Penguin trailer. We kind of do some flashbacks of what happened.
I forgot that was in the movie. I was like, "Whoa, this is a TV show!"
What? Yeah,
they got flood money.
Well, they kind of do. I don't, unless I'm wrong. This shot is not in the Batman.
I don't think it is.
Oh.
Right, with the help us on the roofs and the collapsed overpasses.
There, no.
Man, I'm reading Cataclysm and No Man's Land right now, so
big No Man's Land vibes from this. Yeah, for sure.
This is on point.
What's the car driving? Is it just like Penguin's car? Just some Mazda or something? I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Hang on. Sorry, give me one quick moment here. This whole thing made me like freeze right up. I was like, whoa, what is happening? I was like, what happened? Okay. I'm back.
Ryan, it's the Penguin trailer, not the Freeze trailer.
Oh, I wish it was. I would.
Yeah, where's our? I mean, he can sustain his own show.
I think any villain, any of the Batman villains could hold their own movie. Poison Ivy could hold like a series.
Yeah,
like easily, right? Scarecrow series. Give them all a series. Hey, HBO Max, listen to me.
They really haven't milked this for all it's worth.
No, I don't think they have either. We could quickly go through this one.
Sick.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have Penguin just doing Penguin things, but it looks like
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown as he's not Falcone, he's the other one. I think.
Yeah,
Maroni,
or is it Vidi? Who's the other family?
What if he's Lex Luthor?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I would love that. No, he's playing Salvatore Maroni. He is.
Okay, cool, perfect.
That's again, it's one of these things where it's like I'm just so happy to see him doing something live action or just more DC stuff because he's he's just getting work. I think the guy is just awesome.
Yeah.
That scene's gonna be real good.
It is.
Yeah.
Like
I wish I had more to say.
Yeah. worth the price of admission, right?
Right. Falcones are fascists. There we go. So now we're getting the kids from the Falcones are now getting involved from the looks of this.
Oh, do you think there's gonna be a little bit of like Long Halloween, like Alberto and like that kind of stuff in there?
Sophia. That probably was.
That is Sophia.
Alberto. Yeah, and Sophia.
And that's definitely Sophia. And there's there's the table.
Yeah,
a very different Sophia than how she's depicted in the comics.
Very different. It's a very Hollywood Sophia.
Yeah, that's this is cool. Maliotti.
So I was like, neutral because I have not seen this before we talked about it. I was kind of like neutral, like, do we need a Penguin show? But like, you're gonna give me basically, it's like you call it a Penguin show, but it's an excuse to do like a Soprano style drama about like the Falcone children. Like, yep, I'm in.
It's Gotham Godfather.
Yeah, right.
Much.
And it's gonna be Penguin's rise, right? Like he's got to at some point be like one of the dudes. Right? Like this is great. I love him watching like some kid dig up a hole for a body.
Yeah.
Right? He's got his own Robin. Look at that.
And definitely strange for the Penguin to be like, the fixer or the like, working for the family as opposed to his own. I mean, this will presumably be a sort of like rise to power kind of story for him. Kind of,
there's already like Godfather this one already kind of has like parts of the crime boss Penguin. Like I guess they didn't call it the Iceberg Lounge, or maybe they did, but like he's got the club and stuff, right?
So he's still kind of like the muscle. Like he's like he works for the family, right? He's not. He's not the leader.
Yeah, they did have the Iceberg Lounge, and then underneath it was the secret club, the secret elite club of the 40 Below.
Oh yeah, the 40 Below club. The Gothfather.
The Gothfather. That's great, Johnny. See, all this stuff is like just. This is so good. This is going to be such a fun show.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, you could tell Colin Farrell just has a blast playing the Penguin.
Yeah.
He likes my guess is that he loves everything about this character and playing the Penguin except for the prosthetics in the chair.
Well, you'd have to love playing it to go through all that for a TV show too.
Like what a shot.
I love the bracelet. I don't know why that stands out to me.
Yeah.
This is like, again, I just the slicked back hair, just how he looks. It's just like, man, like if you're gonna modernize Penguin, Like this is as handsome as Penguin should.
They
ever get.
decided to turn him. They just decided to turn him into James Gandolfini, which I'm fine with. So.
I'm okay with it too.
Yep.
Like it's because even in the beginning of the trailer, they're kind of just showing shots from the Batman, and one of them was a silhouette of the Batman.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see Batman?
He shows up at the end, guarantees.
Oh,
like he shows up one time at the end because
which will lead into
Batman
it. 2, which by the way got a release date for 2026 October.
Cool, great, forever from now.
Forever from now, I know. Just
Batman forever from now.
Batman, come on, dude. All right, those are okay. So those are the trailers. We did our trailer chats. We acknowledged them; they exist. I do want to talk about still some of the Superman stuff and some animation stuff. So,
they say we don't talk about Gotham on this show or DC.
People were giving a shit for like no DC, and I was like, "What?
Really?"
Well, X-Men came out.
You did the
right?
X-Men stuff, yeah.
X-Men came out.
So now we're both wearing our hats to make up for
we're trying to represent the best we can, to help people out, right? So hang on. Here we go. So I just pulled up like some screen grabs of everything because I learned that people like to have pictures next to people talking.
Oh, okay. They don't like just looking at us. I get it.
They don't like just looking at us. Some people do. I think the Ryan Doell fan club doesn't mind.
We look like the goons at Batman the Animated Series. I get it.
Yeah, we do.
There's gonna be like smoke all around us.
Yeah, we could work for the ventriloquist for sure.
Okay, boss.
Yeah. Come on, boss. We gotta go.
You went scared little guy. I went big dumb guy. See, it's a perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. We got this. All right. Speaking of Sydney Sweetie, I just wanted to throw a picture of Power Girl up there to make sure everyone is awake.
Well, you got this. This is the thumbnail, right? You got to get the clickbait, right?
Yeah. Maybe I should start. Just like, I made a thing where it's like I told Craig we have to put Sydney Sweetie in every thumbnail leading up to San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, just
that's why she was in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's why she's
confirmed.
And so now I'm gonna maybe tell San Diego. Maybe I'll put Power Girl in every.
I'm into it.
Yeah, every thumbnail. Till we get to San Diego.
Perfect.
But yeah, there's Power Girl. Hey everyone, this is for you. This is the only photo I want to show from the leak stuff because I love this. I love this so much. So a lot of Daily Planet stuff, a lot of stuff that shot outside. Did you guys get a look at the costumes at all? I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. Got like I'm not super current on comics. I got New 52 vibes from the costume a little bit. With like the paneling and stuff
because of the collar too.
Collar and the paneling, yeah.
Yeah, but the colors are very Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
And the trunks are all Frank Quitely.
Yeah.
The trunks with the loops, the belt loops and stuff.
I love the belt loops.
And I love the crest on the cape.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah. On the back.
Yeah. I love that so much. I was like, oh my gosh. Here we go.
It also has My Adventures with Superman vibes too, I thought. Because that has the sort of paneling and it has the same S design.
The diagonal one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. I just love the classic Daily Planet looking sign in the Art Deco style building.
Super cool.
Yeah. It's always a welcome sight.
Fleischer basically decided what this would look like for the rest of its entire existence.
Cool. You know what? They knocked it out of the ballpark first try.
Yep.
They did really, really good. Yeah. I'm using this picture of Lois. There's a picture of Lois. And
you're holding to the no leak the image.
That's good, man. Yeah.
I'm holding to it.
They had to have leaked those themselves, though. They're too good. Like they knew people are gonna get good picks. They knew what they were doing.
But there's some really good photos of Superman and Lois together, smiling at each other from across the street.
Yep.
Which already just had me like very excited because I was like, "This is it. This is all I wanted." She's got the purple top, which reminded me of this.
Yeah. And also that Clayman cover.
The Clayman cover. She wears purple a lot, actually, come to think of it. Yeah. But this to me, like the Batman animated series Lois is right up there with me with the Margot Kidder,
Hitter, yeah.
and the again Fletcher Superman, the measuring stick, right?
Yeah.
Because that Lois is so good and so
good.
sassy.
Yeah.
Runs right into danger, gets it done.
Yeah, rewatching it,
Clark.
so much of that
just
could just be
happens to be
prevented
there.
Did you get Kyle? I have to ask. Did you get to
Yeah.
the episode where they where they go on that specialty train and they get the press passes?
Yes, and she just takes his. It's like,
she
what are you
takes
doing?
His. And so when he's trying to get on, he's patting and saying, like, "What the hell? Where's mine? Oh, I guess he left it back at the office."
She's so mean to him. And then like they're on like the plane or the like the ginormous plane, and like they're like getting off, and she's like, nah, and just like hangs out like in the locker for no reason. And then Clark is just like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, where'd she go? Up. Looks like a job for Superman. Like he just knows. Like he doesn't even have to like hear her scream or whatever. He just knows she's in trouble.
Yeah, he's like, oh God. Because he goes back to the office and he's like, well, it's not here then. Like, it's so good. I love that Lois so much. She's such a cow, and it's just I love it.
And she's so sassy about it too. It's like when she has like the press pass, she's like, he won't miss this, and like tosses it. You're like, what are you doing?
We'll bring up this one too. Andrew Gady's Toys and Alice Troy are both bringing up Mr. Terrific.
Yep.
That looks like it's just got pulled right out of the comics.
Yes.
I really hope they sell those jackets.
Yeah.
I hope Hot Topic just goes for it.
There's going to be some collab with like Kith or somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like
I could see Bull Ayers doing like Mr. Terrific shoes as well with the fair play on it.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like I could totally see that. It got me very excited about, like, at first I was like, too many characters, man. We just need Superman and Lois. We're fine. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I saw that and I was like, I'm wrong. Give me everybody in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Terrific. I mean, that's James Gunn, like he gets comics and he gets he's not afraid to translate comics into live action because he knows how to do it. Like, I feel like in other movies, there's always like a fear or like a lack of confidence for like how these like comic book ideas will play in live action. But he always just seems to have this like, no, it works. It works. Just trust it. Trust the material.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard about this. The first time I'm hearing of this is from Zach. Also, Peacemaker was spotted on set.
Interesting. Yeah, everyone's in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, just Peacemaker, like, if that John Cena, if that Peacemaker shows up in a Superman movie, that gives me high hopes of what Guy Gardner would be like.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just like, okay, now we're not gonna, like, they're gonna make Guy Gardner a dick. Like, this is gonna be, and it has me excited about, again, everybody. Metamorpho. I cannot wait for that first look of Metamorpho.
Right, that's great. Like, what a crazy cast of characters.
Yeah, and what do you even do with that guy? Like, he already looks like Metamorpho. Like, do you even put him in a costume? He's just gonna be himself in like a orange and purple shirt, and that's it. Like,
gosh, I hope they do some prosthetic stuff. Like, I hope some of it's like a costume.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
As much as I love VFX and how far we've gotten, there's still something very special about.
I bet it'll be a mix. Like Guardians of the Galaxy is a pretty even mix of that stuff.
Right. I agree. I agree with that. This is this is your Daily Planet crew without Clark. This is them. They posted this on their Instagram and I was like,
look at that Jimmy Olsen.
Right?
Cooler than he's ever looked.
Like all of them. I'm just like, these are the people I want to. I would stop working from home if I was working with these people.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, like there's everybody. Like this is so good. Cat Grant, right? I think we went through everyone last week, but it was just, it was cool that like after we did that episode, Alex, anyone who's now part of the Daily Planet was all taking group photos together. And they even they did the tour of Joe Siegel's house.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Right? So there's videos of them. They all went together and they did some Superman history lessons. Nice. Right? And I was
did some scooping.
They got the scoop. It's super funny. And he's playing, what's his name? Alex?
Steve Lombard.
Steve Lombard. He's got to be method acting.
Yeah.
Because in every photo he's doing something really douchey, and like he just looks like that jock dude at work, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, spin-off. I see spin-off material here.
I do
Planet.
Too. Yeah.
Cheers meets Daily Planet.
Or Newsroom meets Daily Planet.
Newsroom. Yeah, that's more appropriate.
Again, if they're going to be doing like Penguin spin-offs, I would 100% watch a Daily Planet spinoff.
Yeah.
Of watching just these regular folks. It'd almost be like Damage Control in a way.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it would just be that, like, how do these regular people now start having to report on superheroes? And I like, we get always a little taste of it here and there in comics, but nothing ever really sticks. Like GCPD had some of that, and maybe Arkham Asylum a little bit, but it was like, but still that was more about villain centric.
Yeah.
Because man, I would definitely read something with Kat Grant trying to do entertainment news, and it's just like she's talking about Supergirl, right? Like it's
and there's like they have to compete with like rival news stations, like you're doing the entertainment news here for Metropolis, but like everyone likes Vicky Vale over in Gotham better, and like her ratings are higher, and like that kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, Jack Ryder and
with podcasters,
right? Oh gosh, I wonder because like everything here, like it looks modern, but also again, it's got that like everything, all the photos. Well, again, we're not seeing people with iPhones and stuff. Anything can be happening, right? News radio, good call, Johnny. Good call. I don't know what to expect as far as like, is everyone gonna dress modern, but they won't necessarily be using iPhones?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is it supposed to have like a period setting?
I don't think. I haven't heard.
Because it looks pretty modern to me. Like all the stuff.
Everything looks very modern. But I'm always like, so just because everything I see is everything like Art Deco and stuff. Everything's reminding me of this weird like bit of like you said, New 52 meets Fleischer meets the Donners. You know what I mean? So everything's kind of all over the board. But that's the great thing about DC. You could actually get away with that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that with Marvel necessarily. Like, though if Marvel ever said we're going to do an Art Deco style Spider-Man, I will watch it.
Yeah.
Like I would
bring that down. Actually.
they do stuff like that. There's like the noir Spider-Man, right? And
they
do. They try stuff like that. I think DC does it a little bit more successfully.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, just picture like Peter Parker as like a newsie, and he's the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I think
X-ray.
Yeah.
Where's that Parker kid? He's supposed to be delivering papers. He's swinging by.
Pizza time.
Pizza. like I think that would actually be kind of fun. All right, we're gonna go to it. Let's go to some animation news. Tomorrow drops Suicide Squad Isekai. I think they said that correctly. I hope so. This is the anime that's coming out. Did you guys know about this?
No clue.
All right. I'm going to show just a couple screenshots and stuff.
I remember seeing the trailer, and now that I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I think we kind of I think we touched on it like very briefly. It was one of those like, oh my God, we've been talking forever. We're just going to roll through this. So we're going to end up doing that again. Because again, this drops tomorrow. I believe this goes on HBO on the Max, right?
Cool.
There's Katana.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks great. Everything looks beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
I don't know what to expect. But again, it's one of those things where I'm like, God, I wish real DC Direct still existed.
So you could have figures of this? Yeah.
We would have got figures, right?
Yeah.
That's man, I miss DC Direct way more than I ever thought I would.
Yeah. Me too.
I knew I'd miss them as much as I do.
Long time ago in an alternate universe, I almost worked there. I interviewed there and I got to like the last round. I didn't make it, but I remained very close with those guys ever since, and so I always had like That was my what if.
That was your what if.
if I went
Okay,
there.
so what if you got a job there? What would have been the first toy line you pitched?
Oh man. I mean, they had at that time. This was like 2017. Like they were already like in the peak of the Bombshells and Batman animated stuff. I don't know, I probably would have tried to do more like Elseworld stuff because like I really loved those. Like I had all of the alternate Batmans that they made. Remember like Caveman Batman and Gunslinger Batman and like I had all of those, and I was like, give me more of that. Like I realized,
man,
Batman
those were
sells,
so
like,
sick.
yeah, they're so fun. The Caveman Batman especially is like incredible.
I still remember all the packaging and stuff for it too. Man, good call. Yeah. You that's the great thing about DC Direct is that because they did the line of like Darwin Cook style figures, and they did like those. They did the Amanda Connor,
the Jay Lee ones,
Harley Quinn,
right? Yeah.
Harley Quinn,
Greg
Jay Lee.
Capullo.
Yep, the Greg Capullo ones.
I don't know. I feel like I would have fought to get that Etrigan that they never made out. That's I still think about that one at least like once a month. So.
We are getting the Joker mobile though for our animated series.
The Tim Sale.
Tim Sale.
That was so good.
Those
too.
figures are works of art.
I still have the Two-Face. That's like my favorite.
I still have all of them. Like,
do you?
Great.
Yeah.
See, I have a few. I still have a few of the Alex Ross runs from Justice.
Yeah.
So I still have like Superman, Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow.
Black Canary also. Yeah.
With the real fishnets.
Hell yeah.
Brilliant. It is like one of the most perfect toys.
The only bummer about the Two-Face one that I have is the gun is broken.
Oh no, because it's like that little holiday gun. Yeah.
I did get the.
But I do like that they sculpted the coin in his hand, so you wouldn't.
When you got two coins, one good, one bad.
So
you get two hands. So
two hands, nice. I needed two hands. I got the Ed McGuinness, World's Finest. I got a few of those figures too.
Those are fun.
Dude, DC, man. God, I miss DC because I just love that they would make it look like the artist's work.
Yeah. If it was still around now, I want them to do Dan Mora.
Like,
oh my gosh,
100%.
Yes,
yeah, Dan Mora.
You are not going to get any pushback on this.
Yeah. I mean, DC Collective or DC Direct still exists. It's just part of McFarlane. So please. Artist specific DC Direct style figures
like the statues are fantastic, but give us like figures that move.
Mike Allred, that'd be sweet. God, I just had another modern art. Jimenez. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, man, you're so Canadian.
That was like
farthest from the border possible.
That was Fallen Fett level style pronunciation. That's what that was.
Oh my god. No, you know what? What the best part about that is that he's also Hispanic. He would have gotten that right.
I know. But man, even his Batman stuff would have been like.
Yeah.
Because I would have bought a statue of like the cape out that says Batman.
Yeah.
Like it's just so good.
Then last thing, because I realized I threw us down a way crazy tangent. Do you guys remember the Luchador figures from them?
That never came out. That makes me so mad.
I wanted those so bad.
We had Trevor Zamet on and he because he was working at at DC Direct at that time, and we looked at a bunch of them and what could have been. Yeah, those were amazing.
Go back and find the episode with Trevor because Trevor's great.
I know. I love Trevor. Shout out Trevor.
Shout out to Trevor. Have you? Yeah. Hey Kyle, because you're in California. Have you ever gone to this? I'm going off tangent again. Then I'll go back. Have you ever gone with him to the smokehouse?
No, but I probably should.
You should. First Saturday of the month.
Okay.
I did it with him in May.
Okay.
Because it was out of nowhere, and also he's like, "You guys should come join me to this." And I'm there with my friend Betty, and I'm there with my buddy Steve, and we're at the NEC office, and we're like, "Yeah, screw it, we'll do it." And it was like an episode of Twin Peaks.
Is that the smokehouse in Burbank?
In Burbank, yes.
Yeah. I've heard of it, but
near Warner Brothers.
Yes, that's where all the directors and producers would go after work.
Yeah.
Back in the old Hollywood days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so they have like singers, like they had a singer there, the Johnny Valentine, I think. Johnny, hang on.
You made that up. Those are
Sounds
just
right.
like 40s gangsters names.
Yeah.
That is, but he was like, God, I hope Trevor's not gonna watch this. He's gonna like totally pick my butt. But yeah, no, it was like, I'm just gonna say, like, it was great. And go. And you have to have
Okay, I'll
try
ask him.
the world's greatest garlic bread, according to
Okay,
him.
I'll ask him. Or
Okay,
better
all
yet,
right.
you guys should come out and then we'll all go. How's that?
God,
So,
we should. I would 100%
right.
do that.
okay, Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. All right, so staying on track with animation, we no sidetracking at all.
Did we even talk about the anime, the Suicide Squad anime?
We did a little bit.
Yeah,
Cool, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it looks cool. It comes out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It looks
Enjoy.
cool. Comes out tomorrow. That's all really it was. I didn't know what else to really expect. But it also like I didn't know about this until this week. The actor who plays Blue Beetle. Oh my God, what is his name? Oh no. He's on Karate Kid as well. Cobra Kai. Zolo. That's it.
Yeah.
He's awesome, by the way. He kind of like they said there's a Blue Beetle animated series in production with the cast from the movie. So they're kind of like not doing another movie, but the story continues through animation, which I think is great. I think that's what a lot of these movies should do, because Blue Beetle was not a bad movie. No one saw it.
And it's a good character for animation. Like I remember in Young Justice, like he was always, the way they animated his suit and stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
So I just wanted to quickly give that one a shout out because it came up, and I got it. Bacon McShay, holding my breath for DC Jose Luis Garcia Lopez style line. Guess what? One came out. It's called Superpowers.
Yeah.
That might be the closest you'll get.
Are you guys going to pick up that style guide reissue in August?
100%.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it anywhere to order though. And
they're reissuing the DC Comics style guide from that era with all that
1983 or 82.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. So in August this year, it's coming back out. So I've already talked to my LCS about getting it and stuff. So
I talked to mine and they kind of looked at me like I was like,
"Oh, dude,
what are you talking about?"
Go back. The back of every DC comic now has an advertisement for it on the back.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back this weekend.
Flip it over. It's and it's different little pages from the style guide.
God, I cannot wait for that.
Just point to this and be buy this, and I'll buy it from you.
Yes, just get it in for me. Put it in my file saver.
Yeah,
we're good. One last thing. Lantern series officially greenlit.
Hey,
greenlit. How appropriate for Green Lanterns.
Nice.
Beautifully executed, Alex. It's greenlit for 8 episodes, follows Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Chris Mundy is the showrunner, and Damon Lindelof and Tom King are co-writing.
I'm happy about one of those names.
Okay. Are you not a Tom King fan?
No, I love Tom King. Lindelof,
okay.
I feel doesn't know how to stick landings sometimes.
Well, that's why they have Tom King.
Yeah.
Because
that Watchmen show
that said, Watchmen's
great
incredible,
stuff.
but Lost is in its own world. So
yeah, no, I get that. I'm totally with you on that. But I think Tom King, I know he gets mixed reactions from people who read comics, and I don't understand why. I when people get mad at him on the Twitter machine, I get very confused because I'm like, are we reading the same thing? Right? Because his Batman run was great.
Yeah. So is this
animated
or is this live action?
This is live action.
Wow.
This is live action.
Cool.
And this is all part of that same universe.
I hope it's just like a cop procedural show where it's like they show up on every episode, they're on some new planet and there's like a dead body and they
NYPD Green, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. That's cool. Well done, right? Tom King's run, right? All right, here we go. So there's some of that Jack Knight 73, right? Let's do this. Let's get Tom King on this show.
There you go.
Oh, you know who I could get on this show? I bet you I could get Mitch Gerrards on this show.
Ooh. All right.
We should do that. We should do that when we start doing Caped Crusader reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, you're gonna have to come back for one of those as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Just let me know. You got my number.
Yeah, I got it. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the Green. I feel like again, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. These are all characters that I feel like just don't get their proper due sometimes, especially from general audiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to add. I was about to add Aquaman to that list, but those movies made $1 billion each.
Yeah.
So clearly people are watching them.
Mm-hmm.
But Green Lantern, I feel like this is something that, like, if this was the 80s, this would be a prime toy line.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Still might be. You never know.
It still might be.
There's probably some DC multiverse figures coming for this.
Is the green a problem though for toys for kids, like aimed at kids? Is it that everything is green? That's why Green Lantern doesn't really work in the toy aisle.
I think it would be about like making sure everyone's costumes look a little different,
mm-hmm.
and I think your accessories would have to be badass.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like for like adult, obviously like adult Green Lantern fans like want all of it. But like if you're like, take yourself back. You're a kid in the 80s or 90s.
Make yourself dumber. Got it.
Go in the toy aisle, and it's like, you know, the figures come with all, you know, it's a steam shovel and a spaceship and rocket launchers, but it's all like translucent green plastic. Do you go for that over like?
If
Batman,
it's cool enough, yes. And
villains.
If you like the show and you're attached to that property, like kids are, you know, not super smart, but they are attached to the properties that they like.
They're loyal.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids will be loyal.
They see it on TV, like, no, Mom, I want Green Lantern. Give me this, you know.
And yet, Green Lantern has never succeeded in.
Well, I also think that when was the like Green Lantern, Green Arrow book? When did that come
70s?
70s, early 80s?
Yeah. So he was never, those guys weren't really concerned with being like kids' toys at that
no.
period.
But I just mean like the property in general. Like I think that's the thing that kind of like has kept Green Lantern from having the like success you would think. Like because there was that like that CG cartoon that like Bruce Timm produced in the mid 2000s. That was certainly like, if ever there was going to be like a toy line for kids, like, and also the movie, obviously. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there that maybe it's just the fact that everything is green, that it just doesn't.
But the villains aren't though either. Like you could say,
and there's the introduction of the other color lanterns. Like it's not all green, and like they try and mix it up. Like Kyle's costume is mostly black and white, right? John's is mostly black. Hal is the only one that's like mostly green. I guess they all have a little bit of green on them, but they try and mix it up as much as they can.
And you can have like
I don't have an answer for you, Alex. That's really what it is.
But that the again, we're gonna go back to DC Direct. The Darkest Night DC Direct line, became very like it was big.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a massive line of figures. Like if you were collecting Green Lantern at that time, and I do have a few of those figures too.
Yeah,
right.
But those were like you know, specialty shops had those. Not like,
I know, but I just like, but when you saw them all on the wall though together at these comic shops, it looked impressive.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm not knocking the character or the concept or figures or anything, but you know, I'm just I think that a lot of these properties, they're like, certainly when they were in their heyday, it was like very toy driven, right? And movie toy driven, and that, you know, requires a more like mainstream appeal.
No, I agree. Davey Sockrocker, he's saying hot take, Kyle is the best Earth Lantern.
I mean, I agree with that, but that's my name. So.
I give this comment 5 out of 5 fridges. Sorry, I had to do it. I
like that he's an artist. That was cool. That made sense for a Green Lantern.
That, and I don't know. I always clicked with Colossus as well. See a little bit of myself in there.
Nice. I see I see the connections. I do agree. I think that is super cool too. Like the fact that Kyle was an artist. so he could.
You know
so
what was also super cool was Kyle's girlfriend in that refrigerator.
Oh my god! Stop it! I apologize to everyone for myself and Alex. We are not funny with our fridge jokes at all. we're in a very dark space in space.
We need a Mr. Freeze show. He needs
need
to
a
have his
Mr.
own show.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, because Kyle at that time is the Green Lantern we needed for sure. Because it was kind of like, and I think that's why I also like the John Stewart Green Lantern as well, is because he's a military guy, so he would always make like military things. Like it's just everybody's big guns and stuff, and like Hal's just the pilot. And then what was Guy Gardner besides just a dude?
He's a gym teacher, I think.
Right. Like
giant dodgeballs.
Yeah.
Right. And there was 2 more Green Lanterns that came out after, like, in like not the new, like what was it after New 52? There's another era.
Rebirth
era, right?
It's the Muslim lady. Right?
Yes,
yeah,
she's one of them.
I forgot her name, unfortunately.
And then there was another dude as well, and now I can't remember as well. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the guy who's like got the like mask or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Who's like even more military than John. I can't think of his name.
Right.
He's got the gun. He's got the pistol. I mean, it's like,
yeah,
he's the most powerful weapon in the universe on your hand. You're like, yeah, but I need this gun too.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. See, someone would know.
Simon yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. Simon Baz and Jessica. Now that reading those names, I'm like, of course, right? Like I could. This is what happens when you're like,
got it right. Some dude with a gun.
Yeah. If it was a character that appeared 3 times in 1994, I would know who it is. 2 new Lanterns who've gotten their own series after 2010. I have no idea who you are. That's
What about Nort?
Right. But again, all the aliens too, like as Green Lanterns. So good.
Yeah.
So good. One was a squirrel.
Yeah.
Don't you forget about Badge.
Yeah. And he fought a cat that was a Green Lantern.
Right. Or what about the one that's a planet that's also a Green Lantern?
Yes, that one too. So good. So this is awesome.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There is a lot, right? Yeah.
Tomar Ray.
Yeah.
Monsters from Beyond, right?
I remember being in LA during the Green Lantern movie, and there was a giant poster on a bus stop. It was Tomar Ray, and it just said the name was just Tomar Ray. And I was like, this movie is not going to do well. They are too confident.
Yeah, that said, though, they nailed Kilowog in that movie.
They did.
How can you mess up Kilowog? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet somebody probably has before.
Yep. I would
but it was not that movie. That was probably one of the few things I got right. So
the did you guys ever collect the JLU figures?
Sparingly. I
was very sparingly and well, but I always remember the 3-pack of Green Lanterns, and one of them was Kilowog, but they just had that big head on just a regular
like Superman
body. Yeah, with the skinny legs and stuff. And I was like, no. I think I'll get this set with Huntress and Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That line was just a very just like, we need to do every character. I don't care what they look like. I don't care how we do it, but we can say we've done them all.
Yeah.
But that set, I think that same line also did a Kyle Rayner Green Lantern as well. Like it was pretty big.
Yeah, I think they did it. They did everyone. I think they like Clock King
all
got
8 million characters.
Yeah.
I love it. Actually, that is still, I think the JLU had one of the best Suicide Squads that made the most sense
in the show.
Like
that was a great episode.
Yeah,
right, and Deadshot and stuff. And I was like, man, this is Task Force X.
That show was so good. I gotta revisit that show.
Yeah, it's great. I've been revisiting Superman animated series just because I got so hyped with all this stuff that I was like, I'm just gonna plug in a few episodes. And it totally reminded me how much I love Metallo.
Yeah.
And like that, because that was the first time I really because I knew who Metallo was, But then I remember watching that episode as a kid. He's saying like, I can't feel, I can't taste.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, but I can't eat. Right? Like it's just like,
and it's like, and he describes it as like operating the body as like controlling it from outside his body. It's like, oh yeah, that does sound like awful.
That's yeah.
Being a robot, man, ain't all it's chalked up to be.
Yeah.
Right. But I picked up that Superman trade recently too. The one with like it's the Metallo one with all the Superman family, and they got their new matching coats.
You're losing me.
This all came out.
I believe you.
The
Sounds
past
like
year.
a dream you had.
Oh my god, dude, it's so good. It's so good. So it's like now I'm even catching myself reading Superman again. I am all in.
Nice.
I'm
very
all
cool.
In. I'm ready. So that's my recommended reading. Everyone go out, read some Superman. Kyle, do you have any recommended reading? Is there something that it doesn't have to be new?
Oh.
It doesn't even necessarily have to even be DC. Is it just any comics and stuff that you're?
What did I read recently? I started reading Ghost Rider Unchained, which is like the newer trades. It's like it's like very horror focused. Really cool. So I like that. My LCS is close, but like not close enough to like make it like a weekly thing. So
right.
I probably go maybe once every 2 months, and so that's like what I picked up.
Nice.
Cool.
That's cool.
So.
Alex, anything you're reading lately, or have you even had time?
Yeah, no, I like I said, I'm reading Cataclysm right now. I'm kind of on like a 90s Batman comic kick. I just read the it's like the storyline. I can't remember what it's called. I think called Batman Legacy, and it's after Nightfall. It's after Contagion, and it's about like Bane gets involved with like Talia al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul, and they kind of like team up, and Bane's in love with Talia, but like she's kind of disgusted by him, and like Ra's al Ghul is kind of like kind of respects him a little bit, but is also using him, and Bane's using them. It's good. It's fun. Chuck Dixon, Batman stuff at its best. So
cool.
No,
I recommend.
Cool. One other thing I'm reading is All Haven Academy on webtoons.com. That is Alice's comic. So be sure to check that out. There's a link for that in the description of this as well.
Ring the doorbell.
Oh,
sorry.
Ring the doorbell for All Haven Academy.
Yeah. Ring that bell. No, that's awesome. All right. I think that's it. Does anyone got any like last things they need to plug? Anything that anything? Alex?
Nope. If you want to check out my my work, my professional sculpting work, you can find it on mondoshop.com. You can check out Batman stuff I've done, X-Men stuff, and give it a
Turtles.
look. Ninja Turtles. Yeah. You know, Kyle and I are turtle bros.
Turtle bros, but you and I have also worked on some Godzillas together. That's stuff we've actually like collaborated on, even if we didn't know it.
You can see my little there he is. Meltdown Godzilla back there.
This guy.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Turtles. Alex's work is amazing. More Godzilla stuff that we've worked on is coming out soon, so that'll be very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm Wadaga Dude on Instagram. Doell follows me. Just ask Doell how to spell it. That's fine.
Yep.
And obviously do a little bit of stuff for Super 7, so you can check out Super 7. We started revealing some Comic-Con exclusives today, so I'll have to come back on to Toy Anxiety to talk about that later.
Yep.
I'll also be at San Diego Comic-Con along with Alex in about a month. So come say hi to us. Come check out our work. Come talk.
And come buy it.
IRL. Come buy it. Yeah. Come buy all of the things. Continue to buy all of this stuff that we need to stream and talk about Batman. So.
No, that's awesome. Thanks, Dan, and Kyle, thank you again for coming and hanging out with us. And
man, I love doing this stuff. I love talking about Batman. I don't get to do it a whole lot, so I'll come on anytime you want.
I was thinking we're gonna have you on more often. I think because it's like I kind of take for granted how much you know about this stuff as well, and it's great.
Yeah, definitely during the new show and everything.
Yeah, I'd love
Yes.
to. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I did do some DC stuff. So it's not all Turtles and Godzilla all the time. So
Yeah.
And
gotta get-
you do have Nightwing's voice.
I guess so. I don't know.
That adds to it.
Yeah, no one's ever said that to me before. Again, I'm taking a little bit back. It's not the like temperature in my room this time. It's Alex's nice making me all flush over here. So
that's awesome. But I got nothing else to plug. So I'll see everybody next week. I'll see you guys on Toy Anxiety, and that's it. I think that's calling it a night, folks.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.